Hello students, in the previous class we discussed the concepts related to tangents and some of the problems related to those tangents. In this case, how to find the equation of tangent at that point. That means suppose some point on the parabola is given to you, the tangent at that point is obtained by S1 is equals to 0. And also we discussed about the general tangent. Equation of general tangent to the parabola is what? Y is equals to mx plus a by m. What is the point of contact? A by m square comma 2a by m. How to find the equation of tangents to the parabola which are parallel and perpendicular to the given line? How to obtain them? Find the equation of tangents to the parabola parallel to given line obtained by taking the general equation of tangent to the parabola. What is the general equation? Y is equal to mx plus a by m. If it is parallel to our given line, equate their slopes. M is equal to slope of the given line. Substitute m in the above. We obtain the equation of tangent parallel to the given line. When you are going to find the perpendicular tangent to that given line, you have to apply m1 m2 is equals to minus 1. Since the lines are perpendicular, their product of slopes is equals to minus 1. In that manner, find m dash. Again substitute m dash in y is equal to mx plus a by m. That is, instead of m you have to write m dash. M into m dash is minus 1. Okay. From that you have to find the equation of tangents to the parabola. Both are tangents to the parabola. One is parallel and other one is perpendicular to that one. And moreover, we discussed the equation of common tangent to the curves. That is, one is parabola, other one is a circle. Both are parabolas. Instead of that, y square equal to 4ax and x square is equals to 4ay. What is the common tangent? What we derived? X plus y plus a equal to 0 is the common tangent to the both parabolas. That tangent touches the parabolas at their ends of the latus rectum. We discussed it. Again, we discussed about the common tangent of some circle and parabola. How to obtain that one? You write the general tangent, that is y is equals to mx plus a by m. Or instead of that, first beginningly we have to take that y equal to mx plus c is a common tangent to both circle and parabola. Apply c equal to a by m for parabola and apply r equal to d for circle. We get two conditions and solve them. We obtain the values of c and m. Replace the values of c and m in the equation of y is equals to mx plus c. We obtain the common tangent to the parabola and circle. Okay. Also we discussed about the parabola. We have find out the tangents to the parabola which are parallel and perpendicular common tangents, and we discussed that the tangent at the extremities of the focal chord intersect an angle 90 degrees on the directrix. Suppose if you draw the tangents at the extremities of the focal chord, they intersect on directrix with angle 90 degrees. And also we discussed that the circle described on focal chord as diameter that touches the directrix. As well as we discussed the locus. The locus of foot of perpendicular drawn from focus to any tangent. Focus to any tangent is what? Tangent at the vertex. We discussed it. Okay. The locus of foot of perpendicular drawn from focus to any tangent is what? Tangent at vertex. With that concept, we derived the concept, that is, the circle described on the focal segment as diameter touches the tangent at the vertex. Touches the tangent at the vertex. So, in the last class, we discussed all these things. Now, we will continue the class. Let us see some of the problems related to tangents, and we discuss some of the properties related to the tangent. That is, the area of the triangle formed by the any three tangents of the parabola is half of the area of the triangle formed by their points on the parabola. That is one important thing. And the orthocenter of the triangle formed by the any three tangents lies on its directrix and its circumcircle passing through the focus, and some of the properties are there. Let us see in this session. Okay. Now see this question. This is also related to common tangent to parabola and circle. Already we discussed this type of problems in the last class. This is the problem. Show that the common tangent to the circle 2x square plus 2y square is equal to a square and the parabola y square equal to 4ax. Intersected focus of the parabola y square is equal to minus 4ax. We have to find out the equation of common tangent to this is a circle and the parabola. Those common tangents intersect on the focus of the another parabola. Y square is equal to minus 4ax. So this is the circle x square plus y square is equal to 2a square as shown in this figure, and this is the center of the circle. What is the vertex of the parabola y square equal to 4ax? Its vertex is also 0, 0. That means the center of the circle and vertex of the parabola both are coincident. So the parabola is like this. This is the parabola. So this is the equation number 2 representation. This is the circle represented by the equation 2x square plus 2y square equal to a square. This is the axis of the parabola. Now let us try to draw the common tangents to the both curves. This is the one of the tangent to both curves. So the tangent touches the circle at this point and parabola at this point. We draw the another tangent. This is the another tangent touches the circle at this point and parabola at this point. These two tangents intersected that point. These two tangents intersected this point. We have to show that this point is focus of y square is equals to minus 4ax. Y square equal to minus 4ax may be the parabola like this. This is the focus of the y square is equals to minus 4ax. You are going to show that. So once if you find the equations of common tangents, automatically we can solve them. We get this point s dash. Then we have to show that this s dash is focus of y square is equals to minus 4ax. That is your target, my dears. Now how to start this one? In the last class I told that to get the common tangent we have to take the equation let y equal to mx plus c be the common tangent to both circles. So let y is equals to mx plus c be the common tangent of 1 and 2. These are the two curves. One is circle and another one is parabola. So this is equation number 3. Say 3 is tangent of 2 implies what is the condition? C equal to a by m. A means here a itself. In the last class y square equal to 8ax is there. So you have to write a by 2a. Here a is itself. C is equals to a by m. This is equation number 1. Say. And 3 is a tangent of 1. 3 is a tangent of 1 implies r equal to d. Radius of the circle is equals to perpendicular distance from center to the line. What is the center of the circle, my dear? 0, 0. What is the radius? A by root 2. Because a square by 2. R square is a square by 2. R is equals to a by root 2 we obtained. Therefore, radius of circle a by root 2 is equals to perpendicular distance from origin to the line y equal to mx plus c. That is modulus of c by root of m square plus 1. So you just squaring and cross multiplying, we obtain a square into m square plus 1 is equals to 2c square. 2 into c square. C square is nothing but a square by m square. Now 2a square, that is equals to 2m square into a square gets cancelled. 2 is here itself. So m square into m square plus 1 is equals to 2 we obtain. Therefore, m square into m square plus 1 is equals to 2. Same equation obtained in the last class. So m is equals to what we have? Plus or minus 1 we obtained. Because m square whole square plus m square minus 2 equal to 0. By factorization, m square whole square plus 2m square minus m square minus 2 equal to 0. So m square into m square plus 2 minus 1 into m square plus 2 equal to 0. Therefore, we have m is equal to plus or minus 1. Since m square plus 2 never 0. That is positive. Therefore, the value of m is plus or minus 1. Hence, c is equals to a by plus or minus 1. A by plus or minus 1 means plus or minus a. So, what are the equations? The equations of common tangents to the parabola are y is equals to plus or minus 1 into x plus or minus a. Am I correct or not? Therefore, y is equals to x plus a is one thing and y is equal to minus x minus a is the another tangent. We have to solve these two equations. We get some point. We have to show that that point is nothing but the focus of y square is equals to minus 4ax. By adding these two equations, what you get? 2y is equals to 0 implies y is equals to 0. Put y equal to 0 there. What we obtain? X plus a equal to 0 implies what is your x value? Minus a. Therefore, what is the point of intersection of two tangents? Minus a comma 0. What is this, my dears? This is nothing but the focus of y square is equal to minus 4ax. This is minus a comma 0. It is focus of y square equal to minus 4ax, hence proved. That's all. So, in the same manner, take y equal to mx plus c be the common tangent, apply the conditions and eliminate eliminate c from that equation. We obtain the equation in m, find m value, substitute m value here itself, we obtain the c value also. What are the unknowns here? M and c. You find m and c, that is your target. So, by solving these conditions. Suppose if you don't know the condition about the curve, you have to substitute the line equation in that curve and make its b square minus 4ac to 0. That is the discriminant. Next question. This is also the question related to the common tangents. See here. Show that the common tangent to the parabola y square is equal to 4ax and x square is equal to 4by is a power 1 by 3 into x plus b power 1 by 3 into y plus ab whole to the power of 2 by 3. That is a power 2 by 3 plus b power 2 by 3 equal to 0. Common tangent to the both parabolas. In the previous problem, we find the common tangent to the parabola and circle. What is here? Here is to find the equation of common tangent to both parabolas. One is axis along x-axis, other one is axis along y-axis. Okay. Now, see here. Let us try to draw the figure. This is the x-axis and it is y-axis. Okay. This is my x-axis, this is the y-axis, so origin is its point of intersection. Y square equal to 4ax is the parabola with vertex at 0, 0 having axis along x-axis. This is the parabola. And this is the another parabola. Now we are going to find out the equation of common tangent to these both parabolas like this. This is the common tangent. Am I correct or not? This is you are going to find out. This equation is, you are going to show that x into a power 1 by 3 plus y into b power 1 by 3 plus a power 2 by 3 plus b power 2 by 3 equal to 0. That is you are going to show that. Same procedure. What is the procedure? Let y equal to mx plus c be the common tangent to the both curves. Write the conditions and solve for m and c. We obtain m and c values, substitute in y equal to mx plus c and simplify. We get the equation of common tangent in this manner. Okay. So, how to start this one? Let y equal to mx plus c be common tangent of 1 and 2. That is y square is equal to 4ax. This is the equation number 1 and x square is equal to 4by. Say this is equation number 2. Suppose this is say 3. We know both conditions. For y square equal to 4x, what is the tangent condition? C equal to a by m. For this, what is that? C equal to minus bm square. In the last class, we proved that the equation of tangent to x square equal to 4ay is y is equal to mx minus am square. Common tangent equation. That is C is equal to minus am square. We obtain the condition. So 3 is tangent of 1. 3 is tangent of 1 implies, what is the condition? Direct condition, C is equals to a by m. This is 1. Now 3 is tangent of 2. That is the another parabola. What is the condition? C is equal to minus m square. Instead of a, you have b minus bm square. This is result 2. So we have to solve the both result. We get m and c values. Substitute in y is equal to mx plus c. Then your job is over. So equate both values of c. We get a by m is equal to minus bm square. So m cube is what, my dears? Minus a by b. Immediately we obtain the value of m as minus a by b whole to the power of 1 by 3. That is nothing but minus a power 1 by 3 by b power 1 by 3. This is the slope of the line. Substitute m in any of the equations, we get c value. Substitute into, we get, what we get? C is equal to minus b into m square. M square means minus 1 whole square is plus a to the power of 2 by 3 by b to the power of 2 by 3. So this is cancelled out in minus b power 1 by 3 times into a power 2 by 3. So we obtain the c value also. Substitute m comma c values in y equal to mx plus c. So what we have? Y is equals to m. What is m? Minus a power 1 by 3 by b power 1 by 3 into x plus constant minus b power 1 by 3 into a power 1 by 3 minus b power 1 by 3 into a to the power of 2 by 3. Just cross multiply, we get the required result. Implies b power 1 by 3 into y is equals to minus a power 1 by 3 into x minus b power 1 by 3 into b power 1 by 3, b power 2 by 3 into a power 2 by 3 minus a power 2 by 3 b to the power of 2 by 3 is equals to 0. Oh, sorry. Like that. Take these two terms to the left side, we obtain the required result. A power 1 by 3 into x plus b power 1 by 3 into y plus ab whole to the power of 2 by 3. You may write that one. Is equals to 0. This is the equation of common tangent to both the curves. This is my common tangent to the both curves. What is that? A to the power of 1 by 3 into x plus b to the power of 1 by 3 into y plus ab whole to the power of 2 by 3 equal to 0. This is the equation of the common tangent. If a equal to b, we obtain the common tangent as x plus y plus a is equals to 0. That is a power 1 by 3, a power 1 by 3, a power 4 by 3 is there. You can take a power 1 by 3 common. We obtain x plus y plus a equal to 0. In the previous class we derived that the common tangent of y square equal to 4ax and x square equal to 4ay is x plus y plus a equal to 0. X plus y plus a equal to 0 is common tangent to y square equal to 4ax and x square is equals to 4ay. Here instead of a we have b for one of the parabola. In this case we have the tangent equation in this manner. A power 1 by 3 into x plus b power 1 by 3 into y plus ab whole to the power of 2 by 3 equal to 0. Okay. Now let us see the next problem. This is the question. Very simple question. The sum of alternates of 2 points on y square equal to 4ax is equal to sum of the alternates of 2 other points on the same curve. Take any 2 points, find their sum of alternates. Take another 2 points, find their sum of alternates. If they are equal, then we have to show that the chord joining of the first 2 points is parallel to the chord joining of the other 2 points. That is the simple thing. So totally how many points you have to take? 4 points. You first take any 2 points on the parabola. Then what you have to find out? Sum of the ordinates of these 2 points. Keep one side. Take another 2 points on the same parabola. Find its sum of ordinates. Suppose these 2 ordinates are same. What you are going to show? You are going to show that the 2 lines are parallel. You are going to show that the 2 lines are parallel. That's all. So first of all, we take the 2 points. P is equals to at1 square comma 2at1 and q is equals to at2 square comma 2at2. These are the first 2 points on my parabola y square equal to 4ax. Sum of ordinates. sum of ordinates is equal to say S1, that is equal to 2a into T1 plus T2. 2a T1 plus 2a T2. These are ordinates. Its sum is 2a into T1 plus T2. Again consider the another 2 points R say. This is R is equals to AT3 square comma 2AT3 and S is equals to AT4 square comma 2AT4. These are the another 2 points on the same parabola. Its sum of ordinates is equals to what you have 2a times of T3 plus T4. So given its S2 say suppose given S1 is equals to S2 implies 2a times of T1 plus T2 is equals to 2a times of T3 plus T4. 2a gets cancelled. What we obtain? T1 plus T2 is equals to T3 plus T4. 99.99% of your job is over. Because what is the slope of line joining of PQ? 2 by T1 plus T2. Am I correct or not? What is the equation of chord joining of the 2 points? Y into T1 plus T2 is equals to 2 times of x plus a T1 T2. Or you can easily find the slope of PQ. So what is its slope, my dears? 2 by T1 plus T2. This is slope. So slope of PQ, slope of line joining of PQ is equals to 2 by T1 plus T2. That is nothing but 2 by T3 plus T4 because T1 plus T2 equal to T3 plus T4. Instead of that one I am writing T3 plus T4. This is nothing but slope of RS. Slope of RS, that is the slope of line joining of R and S. Slope of PQ is equal to slope of RS means what? The line joining of PQ is parallel to the line joining of RS. PQ is parallel to RS. Hence proved. That's all. That means you take any parabola, you first take any 2 points, join them, consider another 2 points, join them. These 2 are parallel if their sum of the ordinates are same. If the sum of the ordinates are same, the lines may not be in this manner, they may be in this manner also. So, but the condition is what? Sum of the ordinates is same, then the lines must and should be parallel. So, sum of the ordinates of 2 points equal to sum of the ordinates of another 2 points, then the line joining of the first 2 points is parallel to the line joining of the next 2 points. That is the result here. Very simple problem. Okay. Next one, this is very important result. Already we discussed this type of problem in the before tangents concept. That means prove that the area of the triangle formed by the tangents at x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3 to the parabola is this one. Already in the previous class, we discussed the area of the triangle formed by the 3 points, whose ordinates are y1, y2, y3, is 1 by 32 times of y1 minus y2, y2 minus y3, y3 minus y1. 16a here, I think. 1 by 8a times of. In the previous class, we discussed the area is 1 by 8a times of y1 minus y2, y2 minus y3, y3 minus y1. So exactly this is the half of the area when you compare to that area. That area is what? Formed by the vertices of triangle which are on the parabola. This is what? Area of the triangle formed by the tangents at the same points. Tangents at the same points to the parabola. Okay. So what are the 3 points here? x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3 are the 3 points on the parabola. You are going to draw the tangents at these points. You get some triangle. Its area is 1 by 16a times of mod y1 minus y2, y2 minus y3, y3 minus y1 square units. Okay. Now let us try to draw the figure. This is the parabola. These are the 3 points on the parabola. This is first point, second point, third point. So in the last class we find the area of triangle formed by these 3 points itself. Now we are going to find the area of the triangle formed by the tangents at these points. So this is the tangent, this is rough diagram, this is the tangent drawn at this point to this parabola. This is the another tangent to the parabola drawn at this point, and moreover this is the third tangent drawn at this point to the same parabola. Now these 3 tangents forms a triangle. This is the triangle. Understand? Now we have to find out the area of this triangle. Already what we derived, we derived the area of triangle formed by the 3 points as 1 by 88 times of y1 minus y2, y2 minus y3, y3 minus y1. Now we are going to find the area of the triangle formed by the tangents itself. Suppose this is the triangle PQRC. Now this is A of T1, this is the point B of T2 and C of T3. Say. We mean this is equivalent to x1 y1, this is x2 y2, this is x3 y3. We are drawing the tangents at what? Tangents at the points on the parabola. These are ordinates. y1, y2, y3 are the ordinates of the 3 corresponding points. We have to find out this area. How to get the area? You just find the coordinates of PQR, then your job is over. What are the coordinates of P, my dears? The coordinates of P are nothing but the point of intersection of tangents at A comma B, that is at T1, T2. What is the point of intersection now? A T1, T2 comma A into T1 plus T2. A T1, T2 comma A into T1 plus T2. Now, what is the point of intersection of these 2 tangents? It is T1, it is T3. That is the coordinates of Q are A T1, T3 comma A into T1 plus T3. Again the coordinates of R are what now? A T2, T3 comma A into T2 plus T3. That's all. These are the points of intersections of tangents. With these points, can you write the area of triangle or not? Yes, the required area delta is equals to half determinant of this minus this. A T1 T2 minus A T1 T3 and A into T1 plus T2 minus A into T1 plus T3. And A T1 T2 minus A T2 T3 and A into T1 plus T2 minus A into T2 plus T3. That means what? X1 minus X2, X1 minus X3, Y1 minus Y2, Y1 minus Y3. That is the area of the triangle into half. All of you know the area of the triangle. That is, you may take common A from the first row and again A from the second row. We obtain half A square. A into A square. What you can take common? T1. T1 into T2 minus T3. What you have to take common? A T1 gets cancelled here. A into T2 minus T3, that is also there. A is common. T2 minus T3 is obtained. What about here? What you can take common here? T2 into T1 minus T3. Again, what will be cancelled? A-T2 and A-T2 gets cancelled here. A into T1 minus T3. A already common. T1 minus T3 is there. That's all. Now, by using the properties of determinants, you can take common T2 minus T3 from the first row and T1 minus T3 from the second row. We obtain half A square into T2 minus T3 into T1 minus T3 into T1, T2, 1, 1. This is nothing but T1 minus T2. That is half A square into T2 minus T3, T1 minus T3 into T1 minus T2. This can be written as T1 minus T2, T2 minus T3, T3 minus T1, because the area is always positive. To get the symmetry, we may write this one as half A square into T1 minus T2 into T2 minus T3 into T3 minus T1. You may write in this manner also. But what is your T1? What is your x1, y1? AT1 square comma 2AT1. So 2AT1 is equals to y1. Therefore, T1 is nothing but y1 by 2A. T1 is nothing but y1 by 2A. Substitute T1 by y1 by 2A, T2 by y2 by 2A and so on. We obtain in this manner. Half A square into y1 minus y2, y2 minus y3, y3 minus y1 by 2A into 2A into 2A. What is that? 8A cube. So A square cancel out how many times? My dears, A times. Therefore, we have 1 by 16A times. That is why I write here A. 1 by 16A. Therefore, it is the value. The area is 1 by 16A times of y1 minus y2, y2 minus y3. This is 2. y1 minus y2, y2 minus y3, y3 minus y1. This is the area. The area is like this. 1 by 16A times. What we derived in the last class, this is the area of the triangle formed by the 3 points. This is the area. This is the area of triangle formed by 3 points is what? This is nothing but 1 by 8A times of y1 minus y2, y2 minus y3, y3 minus y1. Already we proved. So, if it is delta, it must and should be delta by 2. If it is delta, it is half. So, the area of the triangle formed by any 3 points on the parabola is half of the area of triangle formed by the tangents. That is the one of the best result for you. So, what is that? I repeat once again the result. The area of the triangle formed by the 3 points, any 3 points on parabola is equivalent to half of the area of triangle formed by the tangents to the parabola. Formed by the tangents at that point to the parabola. At that point to the parabola. If it is delta, it is delta by 2. So what is the delta here? 1 by 8A times of that. By 2 gives what? 1 by 16A times of y1 minus y2, y2 minus y3, y3 minus y1. These two derivations are very, very important for you. So one is the area of the triangle formed by the 3 points. Other one is the area of triangle formed by the tangents at those points to the same parabola. That is y square is equals to 4ax, my dears. Don't forget. So once if you write the points of intersections of the tangents itself, we can crack that one. So this is also very, very important question to you. Prove that the two parabolas y square is equal to 4ax and x square is equal to 4by intersect other than the origin. They mentioned other than the origin, that is the point of intersection except origin at an angle. This is the angle. So angle between the tangents at their points of intersection is that much you have to show that. What is the angle between two curves? Angle between two curves is nothing but angle between the tangents at their point of intersection. Angle between the tangents at their point of intersection. We have to find out the angle between tangents at the point of intersection other than the origin is you have to show that tan inverse of 3a power 1 by 3 b power 1 by 3 by 2 times of a power 1 by 3 plus b to the power of 2 by 3. Okay. So these are the well familiar curves to you. Y square is equal to 4ax and x square is equals to 4by. So let us try to draw the figure first of all. These are known curves. These are the coordinate axis. This is your x-axis and this is your y-axis. This is the parabola y square is equal to 4ax and this is the parabola x square is equals to 4by. So these two curves intersected these points. Understand? Except origin. This is my origin. Leave this origin. You get the another point of intersection. You have to find out the angle between the curves at this point. That means you have to draw the two tangents to the two curves at that point of intersection. If it is theta, we have to show that theta is equals to tan inverse of that much. That is your target. So the entire problem is nothing but the calculus method. There is nothing in the geometry itself. You have to find the point of intersection. This is the first year concept actually. Find the point of intersection. Find the slope of tangents at their point of intersection by substitute the point in that dy by dx. You get two slopes and then immediately find the angle between them. The entire process you know very well. So just I proceed the following. So y square is equal to 4ax and x square equal to 4by are the two curves. So first find the slope of the points of intersection, slope of the tangents at their point of intersection. So there is no point of intersection in my hand. First of all, I would like to find the point of intersection. So what are the curves, my dears? This is y square is equal to 4ax and another one is x square is equals to 4by. So we substitute the value of y here itself. Am I correct or not? What is the value of y? Y is equal to x square by 4b. Substitute the value of y here. What we obtain? So y is equals to x square by 4b. That means x power 4 by 16b square is equals to 4ax. So x equal to 0 is the one solution and x cube is equals to 64ab square is the other solution. From this what is x here? 4a power 1 by 3 b to the power of 2 by 3. So what is the x coordinate of the point P here? Suppose this is point P, say 4a power 1 by 3 b power 2 by 3. When x equal to 0, immediately we obtain y equal to 0. Substitute in any one of the curves, we get y is equals to 0. When x equal to this, the value of b is obtained by b is equals to x square by 4y. b is equals to x square by 4y. That is, you have x value. So y is equal to x square by 4b. What is your x square? 16. A to the power of 2 by 3 b power 4 by 3 by 4b. It cancels out 4 times. It cancels out b power 1 by 3 times. Therefore, y is equals to 4a power 2 by 3 b power 1 by 3. Okay, therefore, the point of intersection is what? 4a power 1 by 3, b power 2 by 3, comma, 4a power 2 by 3, b power 1 by 3. This is my point of intersection except origin. Origin is one of the point of intersection. We obtained here. Origin is the one of the point of intersection. Another point of intersection is this one. You have to put intention on this point because you are going to find the angle between the curves at this point. That is 4a power 1 by 3, 4a power 1 by 3, b power 2 by 3, comma, 4a power 2 by 3, 4a power 2 by 3, b power 1 by 3. This is the point. So, now I erase this one. Up to now, what we obtain? We obtain the point of intersection other than the origin. So, at that point, we have to find out the angle between the two curves. So, angle between two curves is nothing but angle between the tangents at their points of intersection. So, we obtain the point of intersection. At that point, we are going to find out the angle between these two curves. So we have that point. What is your first curve? Y square is equals to 4ax. Differentiate with respect to x on both sides. What we obtain? 2y y dash is equals to 4a. So what is y dash? 2a by y. Y dash at p is what? 2a by y means what? 4a power 2 by 3, b power 1 by 3. 4a power 2 by 3, b to the power of 1 by 3. So a power 2 by 3 cancel out a power 1 by 3 times, and it cancel out 2 times. 1 by 2 times of a power 1 by 3 by b power 1 by 3. This is the slope. And again consider x square is equals to what? 4by. Differentiate with respect to x on both sides. What we get? 2x is equals to 4by dash. So y dash is equal to x by 2b. What are the coordinates of x? What is the 4a power 1 by 3, b to the power of 2 by 3 by 2b. So it cancels out 2 times, and this b cancels out b power 1 by 3 times. That is 2 times of a to the power of 1 by 3 by b power 1 by 3. Suppose this is m1 say, and if it is m2, you can find tan theta. Tan theta is nothing but m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. What is m1? 2 times of a power 1 by 3 by b power 1 by 3 minus 1 by 2 times of a power 1 by 3 by b power 1 by 3 whole divided by m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. 2 into 1 by 2, 1. It is nothing but a power 2 by 3 by b power 2 by 3. So 2 minus 1 by 2, that is nothing but 3 by 2 times of a power 1 by 3 by b power 1 by 3 whole divided by a power 2 by 3 plus b power 2 by 3, a power 2 by 3 plus b power 2 by 3 whole divided by b power 2 by 3. Now b power 1 by 3 cancel out b power 2 by 3 in b power 1 by 3 times. So you take into the numerator, that is the 3 by 2 times of a power 1 by 3 into b power 1 by 3 by a to the power of 2 by 3 plus b to the power of 2 by 3. So this is what? Tan theta. This is nothing but your tan theta. You can obtain theta is equals to tan inverse of this much. So your theta is equals to tan inverse of 3 times of a power 1 by 3 b power 1 by 3 by 2 times of a power 2 by 3 plus b power 2 by 3. There is nothing in this problem, only due to the calculation you have some time. So just to find their point of intersection. This is the first part. After getting the point of intersection, differentiate the two curves and find the slope at these points. And once if you have the m1 m2, then take the tan theta as mod m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2 if you want acute angle, or without taking the modulus you can find theta. So that is why I am taking this one as m1, this one as m2. This is coefficient is 2 here, its coefficient is 1 by 2. Directly to get the acute angle, I am writing in this manner. So if you take m2 minus m1 also, if you take modulus, that will be arise. So in this manner we can find the angle between the two curves as tan inverse of that much. Okay. Prove that the orthocenter of the triangle formed by any three tangents to the parabola lies on the directrix of the parabola. That is the result you are going to prove. That very important result to you. What is your result? The orthocenter of triangle formed by any three tangents of the parabola lies on what? Its directrix. Lies on the directrix of the parabola. That is you are going to prove that. Let us try to draw the rough diagram. This is the parabola. Now these are the 3 points on the parabola. We have to draw the tangents at these points. This is the tangent to the point, and this is the another tangent drawn at this point to this curve. This is the third tangent to the parabola which is drawn at this point. These are the 3 tangents to the parabola. Now we have to show that the orthocenter of this triangle lies on the directrix of the parabola. Lies on the directrix of the parabola. So, for my sake of convenience, these are the 3 points PQR. Okay. This is 81 square comma 281. This is 82 square comma 282. This is 83 square comma 283. And the point of intersections are, say, ABC. This is A and this is B. This is C. We have to show that the orthocenter of the triangle ABC lies on directrix. That is your target. What is orthocenter? The point of concurrence of altitudes. The point of concurrence of altitudes is nothing but your orthocenter. So, this is one of the altitude as shown in this figure. So, what is the role of this altitude? Passing through vertex and perpendicular to the opposite side. Can I get the equation of the altitude or not? What are the coordinates of A, my dear students? This is T2 and this is T1. What is the point of intersection of tangents at T1, T2? A T1, T2, comma, A into T1 plus T2. A into T1 plus T2. So, this is the point A. Now, what is BC? Is it nothing but tangent at R or not? So, what is the slope of tangent at R? 1 by T3. Because YT3 is equal to x plus AT3 square. That is the tangent at R. So, what is the slope? 1 by T3. This is 1 by T3 is the slope of this line. What is this perpendicular slope? Minus T3. So, we have the slope of altitude and we know the vertex of the point, vertex A of this triangle. You know the point on the line and you know the slope of the line. Can you write the equation or not? You can write easily the equation of the altitude by, this is a D, equation of AD. Equation of AD is y minus of A into T1 plus T2 is equals to minus T3 times of x minus A T1 T2. X minus A T1 T2. Similarly, can I write the another altitude or not? Can you write the altitude 3, another altitude? What is that? The another altitude you have to draw the perpendicular from C to opposite side. This is nothing but your orthocenter. Am I correct or not? What is the slope of this line? You are drawing the tangent at T1. So, its slope is 1 by T1. Perpendicular slope is what? Minus 1 by T1. What are the coordinates of the point of intersections of C here? The C is nothing but the point of intersection of tangents at T2 and T3. So, the coordinates of C are A T2 T3 comma A into T2 plus T3. So, can I write the another altitude or not? CF. So, equation of CF is y minus y1. y1 means here A into T2 plus T3 is equals to minus T1 times of T1 or T3. This is T1. So, altitude slope is what? This is the line joining of, this is the tangent at this point T1. So, this is minus 1 by T1 is the slope, minus T1 is there. So, minus T1 times of x minus AT2 T3. This is the side. It is nothing but tangent to that parabola drawn at P of T1. Its slope is 1 by T1. Immediately the perpendicular slope is what? Minus T1. Okay. Now we obtain the two altitudes. This is equation number 1. This is equation number 2. By solving these two altitudes, we obtain the orthocenter. We have to show that that orthocenter lies on the directrix of the parabola. For that, I am going to subtract one from another. What we get? Y gets cancelled. Minus AT2 and this minus AT2 gets cancelled. What we obtain? Minus AT1 plus AT3 is equals to minus T3x plus T1x. T1x plus AT1, T2, T3 plus AT1, T2, T3 gets cancelled. So we have x times of T1 minus T3 is equals to A times of T3 minus T1. So this cancel out in minus 1 times. Therefore x coordinate is what? Minus A. Therefore x coordinate of the point of intersection, that is x coordinate of orthocenter is minus A. So orthocenter may be of the form minus A comma some y1. No need to find the y coordinate of orthocenter. So just to obtain x coordinate as minus A, what is our directrix? The equation of directrix is nothing but x plus A equal to 0. Am I correct or not? Is it satisfies or not? Minus A comma some y1 lies on x plus A equal to 0 or not? Yes, your orthocenter lies on x plus A equal to 0. That means what? The orthocenter of the triangle formed by the any three tangents always lies on what? Directrix of the parabola. What is the directrix equation, my dears? X plus A equal to 0. So you have to maintain the concentration on finding the equation of the altitude itself. To get the altitude, the point is itself the point of intersection of tangents, and the slope of altitude obtained by the side BC as well as AB. So BC is nothing but the tangent at R3 and AB is nothing but the tangent at P. That is a tangent at P of T1. So you can write the another altitude also. No need to get the another altitude. Just by obtaining the two altitudes itself, you can find their point of intersection. It is orthocenter. It lies on what? Directrix of the parabola. Okay. Next one. This is the problem or concept you may take. Very, very nice concept. The circumcircle of the triangle formed by three tangents of the parabola passing through focus of the parabola. The circumcircle of the triangle formed by any three tangent of the parabola always passing through focus of the parabola. So you are going to derive that one. Imagine yourself circumcircle. That means you first of all form triangle with the three tangents to the parabola and you draw the circle passing through those 3 points. You have to show that the circle passing through focus of the parabola. You have to show that the circle passing through focus of the parabola. That means what? You have to find the equation of circle passing through the 3 points of intersections of the tangents, and you are going to substitute a comma 0. If it satisfies, then your job is over. Is it easy? It is not easy to write the equation of circle passing through their point of intersection like AT1 T2 comma A into T1 plus T2, AT3 A2 to T2 T3 comma A into T2 plus T3 and so on. So we have to choose another way to convince the derivation. Okay, let us try to do that one. This is my parabola, y square is equal to 4ax. These are the 3 points on the parabola. So let us try to form triangle by drawing the tangents at those points. This is the tangent, this is the another tangent to the parabola, this is third tangent to the parabola drawn at this point. So this is my triangle. Am I correct or not? Suppose these are the points A, B, C, say. These are the points of intersections P, Q, R. This is my triangle. What we are going to show? You are going to show that the circumcircle of this triangle P, Q, R is always passing through your focus. This is my focus. Now, this is the circle passing through P, Q, R. That is the circumcircle of the triangle passing through focus. So you are going to show that this circle passing through my point S. That is your target. Understand or not? So it is very difficult to find this equation of circle passing through the point of intersections. That is big task. And even if you get the circle equation, again you are going to substitute S comma 0. That is simple thing. But finding the equation of circle is very difficult task to you. Without finding the equation of circle, can you say that circle passing through this S or not? That is my intention. without finding the equation of circle. So my dears, consider this chord. This is my chord. Now suppose this is the angle theta. This is the major arc with respect to this chord. If it is theta, now join Q to S as well as R to S. If you have to show that that angle is also theta, then your job is over. That is the thing. Am I correct or not? Angle in same sector are same. Okay. Same segment. So this is the segment, same segment, not sector, same segment are same. So this is the one of the segment, this is the another segment. So this is the major arc of the circle. The angles are always same. You have that property. So if it is theta, if you show this one is also theta, that point lies on my circle. That point lies on my circle. Angles in the same segment are equal. That is the property behind this result. I am going to use that one. So I am taking this one as theta. I am going to prove that this angle is also theta. Then my job is over. Without finding the equation of circle passing through these 3 points. Understand? Now, what are the coordinates of P, my dears? The coordinates of P are nothing but the point of intersections of tangents at A and B. That is, suppose say this is A of T1, this is B T2, C T3. We mean A T1 T2 comma A into T1 plus T2. P is nothing but A T1 T2 comma A into T1 plus T2. This is the point of intersections of tangents at T1 and T2. This is means 80 square comma 280. It means 82 square comma 282. It means 83 square comma 283. Next, again, what are the coordinates of Q? Q is the point of intersection of tangents at A and C. That means A T1 T3 comma A T1 T3 comma A into T1 plus T3. What are the coordinates of R? The coordinates of R are nothing but A T2 T3 comma A into T2 plus T3, like that. Now, let us find the slope of PQ and slope of PR. Slope of PQ is nothing but y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. A T1 gets cancelled. A into T1 minus T3. A times of T1 minus T3 by A T1, you can take common A T1 into T3 minus T2. This is nothing but slope of PQ. What do you have to find out? Slope of PQ. Is it nothing but slope of tangent at A or not? It is nothing but slope of tangent at A. It is nothing but 1 by T1. This is nothing but 1 by T1. What we done mistake here? A times of T1 plus T2, A into T1 minus T3, yes, correct, that is T1 minus T3, A T1 into, this is T1 plus T3, A T1 gets cancelled, A into T2 minus T3 by A T1 into T2 minus T3, this is T2 minus T3, okay, T2 minus T3 gets cancelled, 1 A gets cancelled, that is 1 by T1. So no need to find the y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. It is nothing but the tangent at that one, that is 1 by T1. Again, what is the slope of PR? Slope of PR is nothing but slope of tangent at T2. That is nothing but 1 by T2. Now we have the slopes of these two lines. Can I write tan theta or not? Tan theta is equals to modulus of m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. 1 by T1 minus 1 by T2 by 1 plus 1 by T1 into T2. that is nothing but T2 minus T1 by 1 plus T1 T2. So this is tan theta. For my sake of convenience, T1 is equals to tan alpha, T2 is equals to tan beta, T3 is equals to tan gamma. Say, what about this one? Tan beta minus tan alpha by 1 plus tan beta into tan alpha. That is nothing but tan of beta minus alpha. So tan theta is equals to tan of beta minus alpha. Similarly, if you show this one as tan of beta minus alpha, your job is over. So remember that tan theta is equals to tan of beta minus alpha we have. Okay, now we are going to find out the angle between these two lines, BQ and BR. So this is T1, this is T2, and this is the point T3. This is my angle theta. We are joining these like that. You are going to show that this is also theta. So what is this point? This is the point of intersection of tangents at T1 and T3. That is A T1 T3 comma A into T1 plus T3. And what is this point? This is the point of intersection of these 2 points, A T2 T3 comma A into T2 plus T3. What are the coordinates of focus? A comma 0. A comma 0. So what is the point here? This is say P, Q, R. These are the points A, B, C. Okay, now what is the slope of SQ? Slope of SQ. This is nothing but A into T1 plus T3 minus 0 whole divided by A T1 T3 minus A. Cancel. T1 plus T3 by T1 T3 minus 1. Again, this is nothing but, my dears, what we taken T1? T1 is equals to tan alpha. T2 is equals to tan beta. What is T3? Tan gamma. So this becomes what? Tan alpha plus tan beta by minus you will take common. That is tan alpha plus tan gamma. This is by 1 minus tan alpha tan gamma. This is minus of tan alpha plus gamma. This is nothing but minus tan alpha plus gamma. Similarly, we can find the slope of SR. What is slope of SR? A into T2 plus T3 minus 0 by A T2 T3 minus A. Now T2 plus T3 by T2 T3 minus 1. This is nothing but minus tan beta plus gamma. So these are the slopes. This is say M1 and it is say M2. Can I get the angle between these two lines? Or not? Suppose if it is angle phi, you are going to show that theta is equal to phi. What is my tan phi? So y2 minus y1, m2 minus m1 by x2, 1 minus m1 m2. That is there. So minus tan beta plus gamma minus into minus plus tan alpha plus beta m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2 minus into minus again plus tan alpha plus beta into tan beta plus gamma. Tan alpha plus beta into tan beta plus gamma is there. It is of the form tan A minus tan B by 1 plus tan A tan B. It is nothing but tan of A minus B. That is nothing but tan of alpha plus beta minus gamma. So this is nothing but tan alpha minus gamma. So tan phi is equals to tan of alpha minus gamma. Earlier also we obtained tan theta is also tan alpha minus gamma. So both are same. Therefore tan theta is equals to tan phi we obtained. Tan theta equal to tan phi, therefore theta is equals to phi. So the angle in same segment are same. Therefore your circumcircle passing through what? Focus of the parabola. So what is tan phi? m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2, that is tan of alpha plus beta minus gamma by 1 plus that is beta gets cancelled, tan of alpha minus gamma we obtain. So it is same as the angle QP, same as angle QPR. Already we proved that one has tan alpha minus gamma. So both are same. Therefore angle QPR is equals to angle QSR. Angle QPR is equals to angle QSR. Hence the circle passing through our focus. This is very important result for you. Without finding the equation of circle, we crack this one. Okay. So by equating the two angles, we obtain the results itself. Understand? Next one. The portion of tangent at point on y square is equal to 4ax intersect by directrix on the parabola, subtend an angle 90 degrees at its focus. So consider any parabola, take any point on that parabola, draw the tangent at that point to the parabola. Suppose if the tangent at that point intersect the directrix, we get some portion of tangent to the parabola at that point. You have to show that that portion subtend an angle 90 degrees at the focus of the parabola. Subtend 90 degrees at that focus of the parabola. Let us try to draw the rough diagram. This is the parabola. This is the axis of parabola. Now you draw any tangent to the parabola. This is my tangent to the parabola. Suppose if it is my directrix, this is the focus of parabola. This is the point P. It intersects the directrix at Q. This is the portion of tangent. This portion subtend an angle 90 degrees at what? Focus. That is your target. So consider any point P of t on the parabola and your focus is a comma 0. This is the Q, point of intersection of tangent with directrix. You can find the coordinates of Q, find the slope of PQ, and again find the slope of SQ. If the product of slopes is -1, then your job is slope of SQ and slope of PS. If you show that the slopes product is -1, then your job is over. What is the tangent at P of t to the parabola? Yt is equal to x plus at square. This is the equation of tangent at P to the parabola. Now solve with directrix. What is the equation of directrix? X equal to -a. Substitute here. Yt is equal to -a plus at square. This is nothing but a into t square minus 1. So what is y? A into t square minus 1 by t. So what are the coordinates of q, my dears? Minus a comma a into t square minus 1 by t. These are the coordinates of q. You have the coordinates of p. What are the coordinates of p? At square comma 2at. Slope of SP is what? Slope of SP is what? 2at minus 0. 2at by at square minus a. That means a into t square minus 1. A gets cancelled. That is 2t by t square minus 1. Again you have to find out slope of SQ. Slope of SQ is equals to, what are the coordinates of S? A comma 0. So a into t square minus 1 by t minus 0 by y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. That is nothing but minus a minus 2a. A gets cancelled. That is nothing but t square minus 1 by minus 2t. This is 2t by t square minus 1. This is t square minus 1 by minus 2t. Clearly m1 m2 minus 1 or not? This is m1 say, this is m2. Clearly m1 into m2 is equals to minus 1. So angle is what here? 90 degrees. So once if you have all the formulas thoroughly with concepts, you can do any one. So write the equation of tangent at that point and solve with the directrix. What is the equation of directrix, my dears? X plus a equal to 0. You get the coordinates of P. Already you know the coordinates of P. Already you know the coordinates of S. Find the slope of SQ and again find the slope of SP. You have to show that their product is minus 1. Then your job is over. Okay. So what we obtained, my dears, here m1 m2 is equals to minus 1. So angle is 90 degrees.